Welcome to United Social Television. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants Jodan Sancho transfer done immediately without further ado. He doesn't want United to delay anymore. That's the story that we are into now here at United Social Television, as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants this deal to be done as soon as possible. So let's get moving into this story that I think you guys have been waiting for, that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants Jodan Sancho transfer done immediately. This has surpassed after a man known as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the boss, has went on and ordered Ed Woodward and his fellow teammates and the board that gave him the job at Manchester United that please go and get Sancho for me. The board tells Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we don't have the money to go and get you Sancho. So what does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer tells them? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer tells them, how much money do you have? They tell Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that they've got only £80 million available to get or to pursue the deal of Jodan Sancho. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer tells them, please, there is a solution. They tell them that, they ask him, which solution do you have? The board Ole Gunnar Solskjaer tells the board, we have a player that is being needed by two clubs, and that is Leeds and Brighton, and that is Daniel James. So if at all we sell him off to Leeds or Brighton, they are going to give us £25 million. And when you add the £25 million to this amount of money that we do have, we can get the player. Madroy, how are you? Thank you for watching in. Thank you. I see you, Madroy. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the likes and the shares always up on the stream. So I was telling you about the conversation between Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and the board of Manchester United that took place today, as he asked them how much do they have to offer to see to it that Jodan Sancho comes to Manchester United. They tell him we have £80 million, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer tells them we have a solution. We can sell off one of our players that we have and we get £20 million, and we do bring in the player in the names of Jodan Sancho. And they ask him, which player do you think are we going to sell? He tells them, sell Daniel James to a team known as Leeds or Brighton because they've shown interest in him. So after all that, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer goes to and tells the board, do what I've told you because I need Sancho as my priority signing. But the board has things that are looking at, and Ed Woodward is saying that it won't look good if at all United go into and sell a player that they just bought the previous season that they bought him from Swansea, and that is 2019-2020. Jonathan Black Audio, how are you? Thank you, Jonathan Black Audio, for watching in here at the United Social Television. How are you? Where are you watching in from? Madroy here playing FIFA 19. Oh, really? 2020. I think we are playing 2020, but 2019 is also good. You can just update it and you go to 2020. So, which players are you playing with? Have you already included Jodan Sancho in your squad of Manchester United they are playing with? Friday Johnny says, well done, bro. Thank you, guys. But let's get back to the story. I'm done with saluting you guys. The story is Solskjaer wants Jodan Sancho transfer done immediately after telling the board that sell off Daniel James. Let's get the £25 million from Leeds. After getting the £25 million from Leeds or Brighton, let's add that £25 million to the £80 million that we have to bring in Jodan Sancho. So the board is saying that it won't look good if at all we do sell a player that we bought recently. That's why Ed Woodward is saying. Ed Woodward is saying he's reluctant to sanction Jodan Sancho's sale, having signed James only a year ago, believing it would send out a wrong message to the fans out there and to the scouting team of Manchester United, because they have just brought in a player and they've sold him, but this has happened. So if at all you want Jodan Sancho, and how can a board that has said it doesn't have the money to bring Jodan Sancho fail to sell Daniel James because they are at the reputation of the club? This is not all about the reputation. And on the other hand, I look at bringing in Jodan Sancho, beautifying the reputation of the board and the club, because everyone will say United bought a young talent and they thought he would prevail at Manchester United. He had a wonderful first season, but at the end of the season he lost his form, and as you see right now, he cannot come into the first team of Manchester United. To make it worse, Daniel James can no longer even make it to the bench because Mason Greenwood is really doing a great job. So anyone can understand this, that Manchester United is getting a talent away to get some more first-team football, to see to it that they not sit on his talent. But Daniel James remaining at Manchester United right now, it's like his talent is being sat on by Manchester United because he will only come in games of Carabao and FA Cups. No chance for him to play in the Premier League, trust me, because even before the coming in of Jodan Sancho and Alex Telles, he's finding it hard to make it to the bench of Manchester United. So these people really are doing the best for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is really doing the best to see to it that Jodan Sancho comes to Manchester United, and he's really saving the talent of Daniel James not to really be there without being taken care of. So that's the story here at United Social Television. It's like Jodan Sancho might happen this weekend or on the deadline day because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has told the board, please do me the needful and get me the player that I want. The board tells him we don't have the money. He tells them sell one of the players we have, and that is Daniel James, and let's bring in a player in by the names of Jodan Sancho. ESPN says Solskjaer is trying to convince the board to sanction James' exit as he becomes frustrated with the lack of progress on over the £100 million deal for Borussia Dortmund attacker. The figure being quoted for James is £25 million, more than the £18 million they paid to sign him last year, but significantly less than the £69 million value the transfer study recently put on him. Leeds are keen to sign Daniel James, but had been under the impression only on a loan deal. Finances are reportedly being tightened at Old Trafford amid the pandemic, with player sales important to significant outlays. The reports say Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and his backroom staff have started to come to a conclusion. Daniel James won't be able to establish himself as a main player at the club in the long term. So that's it, and there you go. They have made this decision, and I think Ryan Giggs is not okay with it, and I think Ryan Giggs has come out and responded to this because he's the one who spotted this player for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and told him he's a kind of a player that United needs and will go in and do something great for United. But his first season was impressive, banging in some 6 goals and some 6 assists. For him, a player from the Championship to the Premier League into a team like Manchester United, having such statistics, it was good for him. But if at all you compare him with Jodan Sancho, there is no way Jodan Sancho is a class apart player than Daniel James. Jodan Sancho is younger than Daniel James and has achieved a lot in his football career, better than him. So that's why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has said, sell off Daniel James and get me Jodan Sancho. The money you get from selling Daniel James, get it to me and bring in Jodan Sancho. Madroy says goalkeeper De Gea, left back Luke Shaw, centre back Chiellini, but Chiellini is grown. He can no longer handle the Premier League. CB, Van Beek, no, Van Dijk, right back Aaron Wan-Bissaka, CDM, CM Fernando, CM Modric, CM Pogba, Martial, Werner and Sancho. So this is your dream. Oh, this is your team that you are playing with in the FIFA 19. Oh, I see. But I cannot have Chiellini. I rather put in a player like Upamecano in there. I bring Upamecano and plays with Van Dijk. Yes. Who else? I must have Bruno Fernandes in this team. I must have Sancho. I must have Anton Martial. Modric is grown. I think Kevin De Bruyne is a better player than Luka Modric. That's what I think. I do have Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne, Bruno Fernandes, and who is a better CDM? Who with a better CDM that I can bring in? But I can even put there Nemanja Matic because I think he does that role well. I think that does Aguero. So, Madroy, enjoy your FIFA 19. But all those watching in here, thank you for the likes and watching in. The big story is Jodan Sancho is coming to Manchester United, if at all the board goes by the advice of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has told them, my priority is Jodan Sancho, and please don't let me down. I need this player because I'm in this season to compete for a trophy, not to compete for a position. That's what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is saying and telling the board of Manchester United. So get me the players I want. Why aren't you bringing me Jodan Sancho? Because he knows that United really lacks squad depth. If at all the front three get a problem, one of them gets a problem, his system will be down. That's the problem with him. So, and he's not ready to play a diamond whereby he brings in Danny Van Beek, because if at all you fill in all those midfielders, you won't be having a plan B for your game if at all your game stalls. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants in Jodan Sancho such that he can see those interplays between Mason Greenwood, Anton Martial, Marcus Rashford. And the problem we are having is, when you look at Marcus Rashford, he can only play well coming from one wing, and that is the left wing. So if at all the team really needs something fresh in, you can see Mason Greenwood doing the interplay. They exchange the wings. Mason Greenwood can play on the left-hand side, and then Sancho comes in this side. So our team is lacking that thing, and I think it's affecting us because Marcus Rashford will only play on the left wing throughout the entire 90 minutes. I think we need something better to see to it that we get in players that really bring in this. Madroy says, I don't believe in ESPN, but I've seen even one of the websites that reports most things of Manchester United, called the United Report, reporting this story, saying that Solskjaer is prepared to sell Daniel James to fund a late move for Jodan Sancho, but Ole is yet to convince the United's board of the merits of the potential £25 million sale. Although it's coming from ESPN, but I really who is saying no voice? Madroy, no voice, bro. Madroy, you are saying no voice? You are saying no voice? Madroy, you are saying no voice, but I think the voice is on. Audio is on, bro. Confirm to me that audio is on. Confirm to me that the audio is on. Confirm to me that the voice is on. Confirm to me, is the voice on? You are saying ESPN is a liar, but for this story, I think the reason as to why I've gone for this story and believed in it, it's a reason that Manchester United say they cannot offer any more apart from £80 million for Jodan Sancho. And when a story like this arises, and when you see there is need or demand for Jodan Sancho and Daniel James in any other club than any other club. Oh, sorry, Madroy, you say your phone had been turned. You had down the volume of your phone. Okay, so Madroy, the reason as to why I'm believing this sort of ESPN, it's that there is demand from all those players are demanded by different clubs. So Daniel James is not going to play, is not going to get the playing time he got like for the previous season. Trust me, that's it. And when we are going into this season, a lot of things are changing at Manchester United. So what I'm telling you is, I'm believing this sort of ESPN for a reason that any coach, and for a player like Manchester, for a club like Manchester United, they've always done this. They've done it on Memphis Depay and Wilfred Zaha. They can sell off these players, the young ones, and they sell them to clubs and they put in a buyback clause. Or if at all they are selling them off, they have to first inquire from them. If not, there is a percentage that they get off selling those players. So I think this clause might be included in this contract that Manchester United is going to negotiate with the likes of Leeds. So that's why I've went in to believe this story of ESPN, because if at all United is less by £25 million or 30, and there is a player who can bring in that money for Manchester United, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has told them that please sell off Daniel James, let's get that money and top it up on that of Jodan Sancho, and then we bring the player that I want. Trust me, United has reached a level that The board is into negotiations with Barcelona because this is what they've been doing all along, that they bring in players that the coaches don't want. So they want to give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer a player called Ousmane Dembele, who is not a player that he wants at all. So what Solskjaer is doing, he's telling them, I don't want Ousmane Dembele at Manchester United. I want a player called Jodan Sancho. And by so doing, he has told them that you've told me you have £80 million. I'm begging you or giving you an option to raise more money from here. Give me Jodan Sancho by selling Daniel James to Leeds to raise the money to see to it that this player comes. Madroy says, I give up now. What are you giving up on? On Jodan Sancho's coming to Manchester United? I think this deal is coming in. It's going to come. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm sure it's going to happen. And I'll be here. I'll be one of the saddest people to see to it that this deal has not happened, because we really need Jodan Sancho. Amidst all costs, Jodan Sancho must be at Manchester United. And I see how a coach of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is working hard to see to it that these signings do come up at Manchester United. They've only bought him one player in the names of Danny Van Beek. United needs a big reinforcement this season at all, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer really handed in his list of players that he wanted to be signed at Manchester United, but the board has done him a disservice and they've only brought in a player in the name of Danny Van Beek. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on transfers are not okay with him, and I think the board is doing a very, very big job to not back their coach. So the board is not backing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and it's something that we should really not like, and we should really give bad comments, and the club is really doing bad to us, because Jodan Sancho being at Manchester United, it's a different game altogether. That means we are giving Mason Greenwood some resting time, and we are giving him competition. But now he's young and he knows the number is his. But we really need to get in players to compete for these players. You see the coming in of Dan Bing. It has changed the midfield of Manchester United. Each and every player of Manchester United that is given a chance to come into and feature in a game of Manchester United in the midfield, he makes sure he gives even 100% plus, because he knows there is a lot of competition in the midfield. So this is what improves a team. This is what competition brings to a team, and I think the likes of Edward Ward would know this better. Madroy says Ousmane Dembele now open to join Manchester United after refusing to and turned down a move to Liverpool in July. Yes, that story is in, and it's saying that they're in talks, and Paul Pogba rumor has it that Paul Pogba came in and gave a call to that fellow Frenchman called Ousmane Dembele to come to Manchester United to see to it that he gets more playing time to be named in the Euro squad of France in 2021 when the season is done. That's a story I've read about, and they're saying that United is in advanced stages of signing Ousmane Dembele. But this is something again that it's not all about a signing that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants. It's not a signing that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants. This is a signing for the board. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is telling them, if at all you have £80 million, sell off Daniel James, top up £25 million and bring in Jodan Sancho. It's something simple, but this club is really not ready to see us achieve what we want to achieve. Young Devil says, hello Young Devil, how are you? Sancho would be a class signing. We need 2 more signings to solidify top 4. No, top 4. Let no one lie to you that United is not going to finish in the top 4. You know how much Bruno Fernandes comes in this team, and you know how much he can bring in. Just ask yourself, if at all Bruno Fernandes started the previous season, United would have ended that season with very, very many points. Remember, there are games that we drew as Manchester United, as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer told you, that we drew close to 12 games last season. If at all Bruno Fernandes was there, we would have drawn at least 6 of those games. We would have drawn 6 and won 6. You get? So I'm telling you, let no one lie to you that Manchester United is not going to be in the top 4. We are already in top 4, but we are competing with certain things. We want to close the gap between us and Liverpool, such that if at all we don't win a trophy this season round and Liverpool wins it to equal our Premier League record, the next season we can go on and win the Premier League. But all that is possible. We can even win the Premier League this season if at all we bring in these players, Alex Telles and Jodan Sancho. Trust me, we are counted on the trophy. Young Devil says, I'm doing good, mate. How are you? I'm good, Young Devil. Thank you for the love. I see your comments. I make sure that I reply you day in, day out. Madroy says, so what about the money for Chris and Andres Pereira? Madroy, I think you've known this club for making profits. Yes, they're here to make profits. You might find that they had a budget of 100 million pounds to spend, and they've only spent. Okay, let me say they had 120 million pounds to spend, and they only spent only 40 million pounds to bring in, or 35 million pounds or 39 to bring in Dan Van Beek. That means they are left with close to 80. So the 80 cannot bring in Jodan Sancho, and that's why they are going in for a player known as Ousmane Dembele for 50 million pounds, and then they go and bring in Alex Telles for close to 18 million pounds. They want to save dividends after consuming the budget they had. They want to get this money they are selling from Chris Smalling and other players as profits, period. The owners of this team are here to make profits from our team. Madroy, that's it. They don't want anything else from us. They are here to make money. They want to make money from this club. They are here to harvest. And for the matter of fact, as I've always told you, Manchester United has always spent a lot of money in transfers when it's not in the Champions League. And when it's in the Champions League, it spends less. It spends half of the money it spent the previous season. So the previous season, United spent close to, Harry Maguire was 80 million pounds. Wan-Bissaka was 50 million pounds. That is 130. Daniel James was 148. Bruno Fernandes was close to 40 or 50. So that means United is going to spend close to 120 million pounds this season, because they do spend half the amount of money they spend when they do spend half when they're in the Champions League, the amount of money they spend when they're not in the Champions League. Reason, they're afraid if at all they're not in the Champions League that they're going to lose sponsors like Adidas, and they get less money when they're not in the Champions League. If you're not in the Champions League, we get close to 30 million pounds, but when we're in the Champions League, we get close to 70 million pounds. So you see the difference. That's why for them, they only work to see to it that United in the Champions League to stay up getting that money. That's why we are making money, although we are not in the Champions League last season. We are making money better than the likes of Man City and those other teams, the Liverpools, that are into the Champions League always. Young Devil says, we aren't getting the money for Andreas Pereira yet, but the money for Chris Smalling could be crucial for our future signings. Yes, the money for Andreas Pereira will come in at the end of this season, because he has gone on a long season loan and he will be bought off at 27 million pounds, and that money is coming in the next season or the next summer when it gets done. Young Devil says, who do you think we will sign this window? I think Jodan Sancho is going to come up. I think he's going to come up at Manchester. He's coming because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has told them, let's sell Daniel James, get the amount of Daniel James and give it to Borussia Dortmund, add the 80 to the 25, and then we make our final bid to see to it that Jodan Sancho comes. The beauty of this is that even Borussia Dortmund want to sell. They do want to sell, but there is the amount of money they really want to see Manchester United bringing in to see to it that this deal comes to happening. So that's the big deal in this. Borussia Dortmund wants to sell. Manchester United has to first put the right amount of money Borussia Dortmund wants on the table, and we'll see this deal coming to happen. Young Devil says, okay, I've done that. Madroy says, what about Telles' deal? Alex Telles' deal is stalling because of £6 million. United is offering 12 and FC Porto wants 18, and I've not yet heard anything else from Portugal. from Portugal. I've not heard anything else from Alex Telles, because the only sources I trust is Fabrizio Romano and a man known as, and any source or close source coming in from Portugal. But story about Alex Telles, he has not been a lot in the news today. When I look at my Twitter here, I don't see a lot of Alex Telles trending. No news of Alex Telles coming in today, but I think he is also forcing in a move to get out of the deal. I'm seeing one, they say if Manchester United do not match Porto's 20 million asking price, Alex Telles, he will simply not leave. That's what I'm saying. That I'm seeing, they're saying that if Manchester United does not match the price of 20 million pounds as valued by FC Porto, the lad in the names of Alex Telles won't leave FC Porto to join Manchester United. Young Devil says Telles would be a good signing for us. Let's hope we can wrap up him and Jodan Sancho. Yes, let me tell you one thing that you might not have been known. A transfer is not only made by a club to see to it that the player comes to the club, but there are very many things that clubs do really count on. Now, United really wants to see to it that they make a lot of news at the climax of the transfer window. They want to close the transfer window as the biggest talked about club, and a club that has made a very big statement into this transfer window. So I think that's why all these things are delaying, because all this would have been known before that we have 8 million pounds, and Solskjaer would have known this, but I think they already had their plan and they only wanted to be in the news. That is also crucial, because there is no reason that Manchester United couldn't have got Jodan Sancho far earlier. But they are doing this because they want to be in the news. And news makes a lot of money. Remember, each and every time you are in the news, you get more supporters. And more supporters means more money from the sponsors. So that's one of the things you should know. These deals are lagging for a reason. It's not that United does not have the money. Even if their negotiating is shit, they have the money, but I think they have their plan on how they are going to execute all these deals. They want to see to it that United brings in these players and they cover the entire news, because the only signing that the entire world is waiting to see that it happens, it's none other than that of Jodan Sancho joining Manchester United. And United is ready to pursue this deal because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has ordered the board to go in and sell a player by the names of Daniel James out of Manchester United to Leeds, get the 25 million pounds, add that money to the 80 million pounds that United has and thought Borussia Dortmund would want, to make it 108 million pounds. Then we go in for that player. So this is happening. So Young Devil goes on and said, I just came back from my football training. I scored a goal, got an assist and kept a clean sheet for my team. Young Devil, thank you. Kudos. That's good what you're doing, and we are waiting for the result of Madroy in the FIFA 19 is playing. So Madroy, kudos. Young Devil says goalkeeper is there here. Young Devil defense, Telles, Maguire, Lindelof, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. On Lindelof, I don't agree with you. I think Eric Bay is supposed to be there. On Lindelof, I don't agree with you. I think Eric Bay is the man supposed to be there. The rest of the players are okay, and I think there's going to be a very big battle between Alex Telles and Luke Shaw, but I don't believe in Lindelof. Lindelof partnering with Harry Maguire? No. I think Maguire should play alongside Eric Bay. He says midfield, Tomini, Pogba, Fernandes. I even don't agree with. It depends which team you are playing to field McTominay ahead of Freddie or Matic. I think Matic or Freddie are far much better than Scott McTominay. It depends on which team you are playing. Yep, Young Devil. It depends on which team you are playing. Right? You say, Madroy says, Maguire need to bench. No, we don't need to bench Maguire, but Maguire is a quality defender, but we really need to partner him with another kind of defender that is not like him. And that defender that is not like him is is Eric Bailly. So Maguire needs to play alongside Eric Bailly, and you'll see a very fantastic defense for Manchester United. Young Devil says attack Rashford, Martial and Sancho. Yes, that's going to be, if that happens, if Sancho comes to Manchester United, you will see fire in the front three of Manchester United. That's going to be one of the deadliest attacks in European football, especially the Champions League. We are going to take these teams for a beating. The likes of PSG, RB Leipzig and Istanbul. But if at all Jodan Sancho does not come, we are headed to a hard season of the Champions League. But if at all he comes, we are going to see what they call the deadliest front three in Europe history. Young Devil says good team. Bailey, Lindelof, I agree with you there. Yes, Bailey is better than Lindelof. Bailey is far much better than Lindelof. So I rather pair those two together. Young Devil says Freddie greater than McTominay. I agree with you there. Yes. Bailey and Lindelof. I cannot, but yes. But Lindelof nowadays is so lazy. He's so lazy. The way he loses balls, it's like he's having something on his heart that I'm the person that is going to cost my team a goal. So I think they need to first bench him somehow, such that this thing gets him out and he plays more games like in the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and then he gets back his confidence. And even Lindelof pairing with Bailey is okay because they are two different players. Lindelof is a good defender. He's calm, but I don't agree with Solskjaer every time he partners Lindelof with Harry Maguire. Bailey should be a starter, and one of the two of Lindelof and Maguire should be partnering Eric Bailly, because Eric Bailly is a different kind of defender altogether. Let's pray hard that even Tuanzebe comes in after the international break. And I think we are going to be having a very big competition between Eric Bailly and Tuanzebe and Lindelof, because Harry Maguire on a good day, when he's not injured, he's a starter at Manchester United. So we have to just pray that this player called Harry Maguire, called Tuanzebe, comes in, and when he comes in, a lot of things will be okay at Manchester United. Our defense will be having a blast and a lot of competition in that. And that's why I go in and say, even if we don't get Upamecano, but we should get Alex Telles and Jodan Sancho, because they are badly needed at Manchester United. Alex Telles comes in with goals and assists, you know that. Jodan Sancho comes in with goals and assists, you know that. And quality of a player that he's supposed to be at Manchester United. Madroy says Bailey and Lindelof good team. Yes, if at all Bailey should pair alongside either Lindelof or Harry Maguire. I'm okay with you, because even if Bailey is playing Lindelof, that defense can be okay, because Lindelof is a slow defender and he has the brain for the defense. But pairing two good defenders and they are very slow and they are all the same, like Lindelof and Maguire, I don't agree with it. So that's what I don't agree with. So guys, I'm ending this video here. Thank you, Madroy. Thank you, Jonathan Black Audio. Thank you, Friday John. Thank you, Young Devil. Thank you guys for commenting in. I like you guys. Thank you. You are really showing me love here, and I'm smiling. That's why I'm wearing an ear-to-ear smile on my face, because you really make me smile here at United Social Television. You guys are marvelous. You guys are massive, and thank you for making this channel grow. This is Mad Love, and my next video, I'm going to schedule it and you're going to see it. It's going to be about my probable lineup for Manchester United against Tottenham Hotspur. Madroy says Maguire make Lindelof look bad. I don't think so, but the problem is these two defenders are the same, so they cannot play together. But if at all any of them plays alongside Eric Bailly, it's okay. Ahmed in Sibirwa, thank you. I think you're watching in from Uganda. Ahmed in Sibirwa, how are you? Thank you for coming into this live chat. Young Devil says, I expect us to finish top 4 in the Premier League, win the Carabao Cup, reach Champions League quarterfinals, reach FA Cup semi-finals. Now, let me give you my prediction of this season. If at all we don't have Jodan Sancho, we are going to finish in the top 4. We will be knocked out of the Champions League on the second round. On the Carabao Cup and FA Cup, United is winning one trophy. But if at all we get Jodan Sancho, I assure you, we will win the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup. We will finish first or second in the Premier League, and we will reach the semi-finals of the Champions League, even the finals, if we have Jodan Sancho and Alex Telles. These are experienced players we need in this team, my dear. We really need them here. Ahmed Insibirwa says, I'm fine. Yes, you are watching in from Uganda, Ahmed Insibirwa, and it's Manchester United social television. Thank you guys for watching in. For those who have just come in, Ahmed Insibirwa, I think you can go back and watch this video from the start, this stream. But Ahmed Insibirwa, thanks for loving me. Yes, thank you. And thank you for passing the love back to me. Thank you for loving Manchester United. Melvin Kamara says, how are you, sir? I'm good. Mr. Kamara, how are you? I'm good. And this is the home that you're supposed to subscribe so as not to miss out on stories of Manchester United that really do come in here on a daily. And it's Manchester United wanting to sell Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The story has been all about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanting to sell Daniel James to raise the money of buying Jodan Sancho from Borussia Dortmund. That is the story, and that's how we were here at United Social Television. Any more questions, guys? I can give you 4 more minutes such that we do a 40-minute video and I can answer your questions. But Jodan Sancho is wanted by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to Manchester United, and that's why he has ordered the board to sell off Daniel James and bring in the lad in the names of Jodan Sancho. Daniel James is costing Leeds or Brighton £25 million, and that money, if at all it's gotten by Manchester United, it's supposed to be added on the £80 million that are already available to purchase Sancho, to make that tally to £108 million, then make an official bid to Borussia Dortmund, and the player of Jodan Sancho will be at Old Trafford. Oh, anything else? Anything Young Devil says, we are gonna win 3-1 on Sunday. Me too, I'm predicting 3-1. Melvin Kamara says, update me on Sancho. The update on Sancho is Borussia Dortmund wants £108 million. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been told by the board that they have only £80 million available to purchase Jodan Sancho. So what has the board done? What has Ole Gunnar Solskjaer done? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has told the board that please go in and sell a player known as Daniel James at £25 million, and those £25 million we get from a team known as Leeds or Brighton that are so much in need of this player. Add it on the £80 million that you have to sum up to £108 million that Borussia Dortmund wants, so as we get in this player of Jodan Sancho. Thank you guys for watching in, and that is the reply, Mr. Melvin Kamara. That's the reply that I've given you about Sancho update. It's all about United selling Daniel James to Leeds, raise £25 million, add it on the £80 million, tally it to 108, then make an official bid, and Jodan Sancho will be a player of Manchester United. Young Devil says, are you doing a watch along for the Spurs game? Obviously. Remember, I did a watch along for Crystal Palace. I did a watch along for Brighton. You get? I did a watch along for the Carabao Cup, and I think it's a must. I'm going to do a watch along of Spurs against Manchester United on Sunday. That's it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the watch along, and you guys, I'll schedule it, and you'll be here to watch it live, and we will be exchanging ideas as we watch this watch along together. That's a deal. Count it done and dusted here at television. I have to go by what you guys want. I have to give you the best and what you expect from me. Thank you for the conversation, for the messages. I like the way you've interacted with me this time round. You've shown me mad love, and I promise you to give you the best. Ahmed Insibirwa says, let us pray for Jodan Sancho to come. He will come. I know he will come. No prayers. It's something obvious that Borussia Dortmund needs 108 million pounds. If at all United takes that money there, it will be a done and dusted deal. Young Devil says, I love you, bro. No home, never give up in life. Such a nice guy and a talented human. Thank you. See you later. Guys, I'm out. 40 minutes are done. The video was supposed to be 20 minutes, but it has even reached 40. It might even reach 50 because I see more love is coming in. Melvin Kamara says, but it's going to happen before the window closes. This deal, I think United might make its bid either tomorrow or on Sunday. That's what I think. That's what I think. And the rumors you hear about Ousmane Dembele, it's a rumor that is putting Borussia Dortmund and Jodan Sancho on pressure, because even Jodan Sancho wants to come to Manchester United. So United is forcing Jodan Sancho to put up a situation that doesn't want to play for Borussia Dortmund. And United knows if that happens, Borussia Dortmund won't be in any way say, I don't want to sell Jodan Sancho to Manchester United, because they want to take in the money. I think they want to bid in the real amount of money that Borussia Dortmund wants, and Dortmund won't be having a way out of saying we're not saying the player, because the player wants to play for Manchester United and he has already told them, I'll be happy to be sold to Manchester United. And that's why he missed the German Super Cup game, although they've said he has trained for the previous 2 days. Let's wait and see whether he appears in their game against Duisburg tomorrow in the Bundesliga. So I'm out, guys. Ahmed in Sibira, thank you, bro, for giving us the best. Yes, I'll always do, and I'm always here live. Thank you also for loving Ahmed in Sibira, Melvin, Young Devil, Madroy 66, Madroy 66, Fry, Jonathan Black Audio, Friday John. Thank you guys for the love. Thank you. I'll always share with these videos such that you guys know the right time I'm coming live. Thank you, bro, for giving us the best. I'm out. See you later.